Okay, Jen.
Yes.
Please talk about that.
Okay. So I've had many different injuries.
Yeah.
And for all of my injuries, I had to go to physical therapy.
Yeah.
And that's what we call it in English, is physical therapy.
Yeah.
But in Japanese, what do you call it? You remember?
Rihabiri.
Rihabiri, right?
Yeah.
Well, so if you make that kind of English, right?
Yeah.
Rehab.
Yeah.
Well, rehab is usually used if you have a drug problem.
Yes.
Or an alcohol problem.
Oh, yeah, right.
And so I've been in Japan for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was talking to some friends at home.
Yeah.
And they said, Jen, what are you going to do tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I have to go to rehab. and my friends were like, Jen, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, it's just like my knee. And they're like, did you start taking something? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have physical therapy. And they're like, oh, well, you said rehab. And I'm like, oh, yes.
Oh, those, that kind of cultural difference or, the language difference are really interesting.
It's really interesting, and it becomes kind of a habit.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful.
All right. Okay, thank you for the good advice.
No problem.
All right.